Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Now, obviously, getting into the real estate industry is not free. And one of the most common questions that I get from you guys is how much does it realistically cost to get started as a real estate agent? So I ended up pulling receipts back from when I started in this industry, and I'm going to list out the very main key expenses that you'll be expected to pay and how much it's going to cost you. So that being said, let's hop into it. Now, I want to preface before we get started that this is specific to California. The expected expenses are going to be pretty much the same across the country, but in terms of the actual costs, they may vary from state to state. So please just keep that in mind. Second of all, you're going to have so many additional expenses from the main, but everyone's business is run differently and everyone chooses to invest into different things. Now, of course, before we get started, the number one expense that you're going to have is before you're even licensed. And this is the process of getting your real estate certification. Now, the first thing that you're going to have to do when you're getting into the industry is signing up for a real estate school and signing up for a course to get 3 certifications to put towards your license application. Now, of course, the cost is going to vary between the different schools or courses that you choose to take and between the different packages that each school is going to offer. That being said, with the specific school that I personally use to get my certification course, the prices range from $129 to $449. Each package is going to offer a little bit more than the other one, and I've linked that all down below. If you guys use that specific link that I have in the description box and my code dreamliving.la, that will get you 40% off that course. I can stand by them. I have been using them ever since I got started, and I've had many fellow agents use them as well, with all positive feedback. Now, your second expense is when you finish your certification courses and you now move forward to applying to the Department of Real Estate. Now, when you're doing this, the easiest and best decision you can do is doing the combined salesperson exam and license application. So you're doing 2 for 1, and the total cost for that is going to come out to $305. The breakdown of the $305 is going to be $60 for the exam and then $245 for the license fee. Now, if you fail your exam, it is going to cost you an additional $60 each time that you end up retesting. Your third expense is going to be a background check and a fingerprint screening. They're pretty much the same thing. Now, this is a requirement to send in with your DRE license application. This is going to cost you $49 for the processing fee. And then as for the actual fingerprinting, it really ranges between the vendor that you end up using, but I would say on average, you're looking at about $25 there. Now we're going to fast forward. You passed your exam, you are officially licensed, and now you're looking for a brokerage to hang your license with. Now, this is going to be your next expense. Once you find the brokerage that you're planning to affiliate with, there will be a broker fee associated with them. Now, usually this means a desk fee or an office fee, but realistically, you're going to start with a desk fee. Now, this price is going to vary from broker to broker. So in LA, for example, you have Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's, Keller Williams, Douglas Elliman. They're all going to have a different program. So from what I can say from personal experience, I personally work with Coldwell Banker. I'm expected to pay $150 per month to be able to use the resources from Coldwell Banker. So that's going to total to $1,800 per year. Now, once you have your license and you're affiliated with a broker, the next expense that you're going to have is your board dues. So this is part of your local board in addition to the NAR, also known as the National Association of Realtors. Now, the price varies year from year, and to be honest, it seems to be going up a little bit each year. Now, I can say for Los Angeles specifically, in the year of 2023, so this year, I was expected to pay, I think, a plus or minus $700 for the year. Once December comes around, I'll be expected to pay again for the year 2024. So every year the price changes. Of course, it's going to vary between where you're located, what city and state you're in, but that's what I was expected to pay here in California. Your sixth expense is probably going to be the most used tool you'll ever use in your business, and this is signing up with the MLS. Pretty much use the MLS every single day in this business. For California specifically, I can say here in LA, I pay $225 semi-annually, so every 6 months. All right, now for the fun stuff, this is more custom to you and your brand and your business, but the next expense you're going to have is your business cards. These are obviously important wherever you go, whoever you speak with, you want to hand those out. Now for me personally, I designed mine through Canva. So I paid $170 for my first bulk of 500. That being said, I know that each broker does offer their own printing system as well. So the prices there may or may not be cheaper or more expensive depending on what you choose and who you're printing with. Same concept goes for your 8th expense, which is going to be your website. Now I know for Coldwell Banker, we do have access to a free website platform. Doesn't cost you a penny. Now, that being said, when I came into the business, I decided I wanted to build my own custom website. So I ultimately did that through Wix, Wix.com. Now, for my subscription with Wix, in order to have a premium membership, meaning that I can have my own original domain name, that comes out to $432 for a 3-year contract. That's going to last me from 2023 to 2026, for example. In year 2026, I'll be asked to renew. So if you broke it down year by year, it's really not that much. Now, the next thing that I recommend that you invest in is getting your own custom open house signs. Sometimes people will recommend you wait off on doing this until you're actually getting active business. That being said, as soon as you're licensed, you can start holding open houses for other agents in your office. And if you're able to have your own signs on each corner of that street, that's brand recognition, that's name recognition. And I think that's a really important marketing investment that you can make. So to order them, at least through Coldwell Banker, that came out to $366 for a set of 6. I would say that 6 is the best number to have, and it's enough to have in front of the house, but also around the surrounding perimeter or the street and neighborhood. And they're gonna last you for years. I still have my license signs from back when I got started. I'm probably gonna look at getting some new ones because they're starting to get really beat up at this point. On that same topic, once you start getting business, especially when you're getting listings, you're going to be expected to put your for sale sign on that property. That is the best marketing you can do for yourself. For Coldwell Banker, specifically through the same company, that cost me $97 for a set of 3. And unless you're having more than 3 listings at a time, it's usually a pretty good number to have. Once your business picks up, then you can add to that stash of yours, and then you're able to basically allocate them when needed when you get a new listing. Expense number 11, I'm doing so good at remembering what number we're on today because I have notes on the side. That being said, number 11, that is going to be a SUPRA membership. Now, I don't know if this is common outside of California, but a SUPRA is basically a fancy lockbox that uses a Bluetooth code through your phone to get connected as agents. Now, I will say, depending where you are, it may not be needed. If you're working primarily, say for here in Los Angeles on the west side, agents always meet up with the client and never have a lockbox on the property. But then you cross over to the valley, everyone there uses SUPRA lockboxes. So depending where you're located, talk to your manager, see if this is worth investing into. But yes, I do have it, and it costs me $15.61 per month. Now, number 12 is marketing and advertising costs. And for this, I can't give you guys a number. It's really going to come down to how much business you're doing and what you're choosing to invest in. Now, this can include marketing for listings, doing brochures, flyers, hiring videographers. If you're hosting an open house, let's say you get snacks and drinks, all of these costs are going to add up. They're really going to depend from business to business. So that's something that you have to be mindful of, reflecting on your own finances to see what you're willing to invest in your first year in the business. Once you start to make commissions, I typically will pull a percentage from that commission to put towards specifically for marketing and post-sale marketing. So excluding the variable expense of marketing and advertising, you're probably looking at around $4,700 in your first year of expenses to cover the bare minimum. So this is what you have to invest in, what you have to purchase to be licensed and have a running business. After that, all of your expenses are going to be variable. Now, of course, there are so many other expenses, especially if you're driving a lot, you're going to have more expensive insurance, gas, all of these things. But I will say, do not be deterred by the expense. You have to spend money to make some money. And also, don't forget, these are all tax write-offs. So keep track of all your expenses, get a QuickBooks system, and have a business bank account, and it will all pay off in the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a very realistic expense to getting started. I literally pulled receipts from back when I got started years ago. And I hope that you enjoyed, and good luck with getting started. And remember, down in the description box below, I do have a link to get your certification course, and also a link to do one-on-one mentorship coaching calls with me if you're interested. I've done this with so many of you guys and I've really enjoyed it. So that's all going to be down below in the description box. So with that being said, have an amazing day, and I will see you next time in my next video.